Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Black Widow issue number 4. I get the feeling that Miss Thompson woke up on the wrong side of the bed and decided to piss off a whole lot of people because that's what I saw in here. And I'm gonna try not to spoil some stuff, but no pinky swears, no blood brother promises, all right? I'm saying things get dark up in here. All right, let's get talking about who made this comic book because we need some people to blame for some crap that happens in here. We got Kelly Thompson on writing, Elena Casagrande. She's the artist for the present day, and she's responsible for this stuff too. She's the enabler. Jordi Belair on color art for the present day. There's some flashback artists, regular pens and pencils, Carlos Gomez and Federico Blee doing the past color art. Man, they put Blee and Thompson in the same comic book. They definitely want this book to sell. So VC's Corey Petit on letters, past and present. And anyway, Adam Hughes doing the cover art. There's a variant cover 3 out there, it looks like. Oh, Chicheco does one too. Nice. If you like the Daredevil covers, well, then consider checking out that one too. And this is called The Ties That Bind, Part 4. So we get the near kill, the explosion. Black Widow, Natalia, she wakes up and she's ouch hurting, but her son is there and her husband are there. And while the marriage may not have been completely legal because she remembers everything at this point, the son is actually hers. Now, I know this is something of a spoiler, but there's a little bit more to that story. I'm not going to tell you how this happened, but I am going to tell you that, well, I'm going to remind you what I've said many times with Kelly Thompson is that she's going to introduce a character in her very first issue, and a lot of people are going to be like, I don't really want to get the book. And then 4 to 10 to 8, whatever issues later, she's going to make you realize that that was actually a first appearance of a very important character or two. And then you're going to go, I should have gotten the book. And then you're going on eBay. You're paying like 8 times the price for the book if you're lucky. So always buy her issue number 1s. And just to be extra specially safe, always buy all of her books. They're good reading. And this book is no exception until we get a little bit later on in the book. Now look, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but what I am going to say is this. With all the crazy stuff that happened, including in my personal taste, my opinion, I don't like the way that Bucky was written in this, the Winter Soldier. To me, the perfect writer for Bucky has always been and always remains Ed Brubaker. He just wrote him as this incredibly complicated person and this person who was tough as nails. He could laugh, he could make jokes eventually, but he wasn't silly. He wasn't on Hawkeye's level, you know? And that's something that I always appreciated. And I'm not going to say that Kelly can't be rough and mean. I'm not saying that, but maybe she's just too nice of a person to write somebody as maligned as Bucky can be. I don't know. I don't know. But he literally had like 2 sentences, maybe 3 in this entire book, and yet I just felt that he was just wrong for this book, and that crushes me a little bit. Hawkeye, written perfectly. Written perfectly. Anyway, a lot of times, one of the ways that Miss Thompson will write is that she will put something down for you. She'll put it down in extensive detail. She'll give circumstances where it could go in several directions. She'll lead you down a certain path. You will come to realize, okay, this is the crossroads where either this is going to happen, this is going to happen, maybe even this could happen, and you start thinking where the story can go from that point. And she comes over and cuts you off at the knees and says, actually, the stream diverged about 40 clicks back. You missed it, sucker. That's the direction we're actually going, and you are going to be pissed or super sad, but there will be an emotion because, wow. I'm going to get into the art now because Kelly Thompson is breaking my heart. I'm terrified to look at what's going to happen in the next book. That's the one where she put out that tweet and she said, y'all, I'm crying. And that's I'm just like, okay, so we're probably gonna cry in this one. I'm already getting like a little bit emotional reading this one, dude, because oh no, and the art is what really does it. Uh, I don't know how many people here are wrestling fans, but in case you are, WWE back when Mankind first revealed himself as Cactus Jack in front of Triple H. He walked out. He's like, Mankind and Mick Foley can't beat you, and obviously Dude Love can't beat you. But Cactus Jack is gonna kick your ass. And I was like, yes! The place exploded. It was great. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot like what we're gonna get here. He said, Mick Foley, this is important actually. Mick Foley said, that was a great moment in wrestling history. And you want to know why? Is because of Triple H's face, his look of shock. Because he could have just been like, oh, whatever, oh, I'm not worried. And it would have completely ruined the entire moment. But the look of terror on his face, sheer unadulterated terror, that's what actually did it. Where it's like, holy crap, if Hunter's scared, this must be a big deal, because there's a lot of people who never seen Cactus Jack before, right? Hey, even Mick Foley knew the John Byrne rule. Every comic book you make is somebody's first comic book. So the look of sheer terror that you see towards the end of this book compounds the feeling that we should already be feeling. It guides us to exactly where we're supposed to be. And then we work backwards in the book, and yeah, from the very first page, like the art in this book is spectacular. It's amazing. Also, kudos to the chameleons, the past artists in here, because while the stuff in the past does feel very different from the art in the present of this book, it still blends in enough where it's not something that you're gonna... It didn't like shock me. It didn't make me go, oh, well, this just takes me right out of the book. No, that didn't happen for a moment. Yet it is still noticeable. And again, those popping colors when Federico Blee makes a book come to life. It's like, I'm not wearing the red and blue 3D glasses, but this looks like it's coming out of the book. Even when something's falling, it's like, it looks like it's up in your face and falling. And it's freaking amazing, dude. I'm telling you, there are people out there, there are artists out there that can make you see and feel and believe what you're reading. And 4 of those such artists are in this book. Wait, was there only 4? There were 4, 5. There were 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4. There's 4. There's 4. Okay, so I'm good. I'm not counting the cover artist. Anyway, this was an amazing story. And now I gotta wait to see what happens in the next issue. Guys, grab this comic book. Grab the first issue. Just grab the series. Grab the trade if you need to, whatever. But read this, because this is going someplace. And it's already starting to break my heart. I'll talk to you guys later. Like the video, watch an ad. Also, comicbookuni.com website. I'm saying, get some nice comic book uni merch for Christmas if you want to. Again, I don't make a living off of this, so whatever. Talk to you guys later. Real talk. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.